game has day-night cycles. Best tech 2005. I don't know. Stop engine, reverse engine, full speed ahead, stop engine. You'll hear that a lot when I'm turning because it gives me a faster turn. Especially when I'm picking up loot. Sink one enemy aircraft carrier. I told you they have better boats than me. Cheaters. I want to pick up this stuff before I need to head back that way, so mash the upper button. Wang. Wang. If your boat was making that sound, I'd be slightly concerned, really. Wang. The thing, what World of Battleships is going to be is it's going to be World of Tanks with boats, which is going to be really boring. Because everyone's going to have the same boat with the same stuff on it because it's the best stuff for the boat. You're not going to have, you know, wildly varying destroyers with different cannon layouts or different torpedo layouts on different parts of the boat. I don't know what War Thunder's going to do because I haven't seen anything about it, but they're probably going to go for the historical approach. Incoming message at the world's slowest speed. Fundin. Fundin? Fundin! The sound is horrible. Wang. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they gave you customization in World of Battleships, it doesn't even have to be this level of customization, because that's crazy. But if they let you position guns on the boat and, you know, get different calibers of guns based on a weight limit, that would be really cool. That is, they went way over there, didn't they? Oh, that allied boat's gonna die. I thought they were coming this way. That would have been the smart way to go. It looks like they were heading over there. Yeah, World of Tanks has, you know, some guns on some tanks depend on how you like to play, but it's not like someone's gonna use the 88 on the E50 as opposed to the 105 or... Actually, the 88 L100 is usable. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. They're not going to use 12cm cannons when they can put 15cm cannons on it that are just innately better. What I meant with the E50 is no one's going to use the whatever the shorter 88 is, I can't remember. L71 or something? Enemy fleet has begun to withdraw! Hooray! Yeah, War Thunder will have combined arms battles, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, planes are just... if you want to blow up a tank as a plane, the tank can't really do anything about it. I don't have a good feeling about this. Dun dun dun. Our fleet now pursue who, what, where? Uh-oh, abnormal noise detected. Also, this is one of the bosses, but because of the way the mission's triggered, you can't actually do anything about it. It's just a cutscene. This is one of the bosses, and this gives you a bit of an idea of what the bosses in this game are like. They're a bit silly. Yeah, they're a bit silly, I'd say. They're cool, though. Check out your ship before you say abnormal noise. Admittedly, our ship was making a lot of abnormal noise, yes. Dramatic music and random miscellaneous gunfire that's literally just an animation of like 3 frames played over and over. Now I don't know if we actually got all of the secondary objectives, so I'm going to quickly check that, because I don't believe we actually killed an aircraft carrier. Apparently it's not going to give us an option. Well, whatever. I thought they were going for the island rather than to where I was. They're a bit derpy, these AI, but whatever. Look at that smoke billow out from my lovely vessel here. I had no idea the enemy had somehow produced a weapon that probably cost several $billion to build. Luckily, His Majesty the King II, the Knight, the King Knight, was rescued by our flagship. I wonder how many people, since we're talking about World War II simulator style stuff, I wonder how many people still play World War Online. That's not actually World War II, but whatever. I don't think it was 2. Is World War Online based on 1 or 2? Probably 1, given the name, but I can't remember. That is a game where you had to travel for like 3 hours, and then you died in a single bullet wound, and then had to travel for 3 hours. Well designed, but not very well implemented. Just saying, we're gonna get a B rating, yeah. Silver Swan, a new stage. Doesn't matter because I already have all that unlocked. Kind of irrelevant. No, don't save again, you dingus game. Roaring cannons at dawn. I wonder what time this mission takes place. Probably dawn. A scout plane on night reconnaissance has discovered Empire ships. Did he shout for the Empire as they flew over, or what? Of course our ship has been ordered intercepted. That's what we do all game. Kill other ships. Solo style. I don't think actually killing the commanding cruiser does anything. Just so you're aware. You have to kill everything anyway, so I'm not sure why they tell you that. Better steam turbines, better radar, electronic targeting, which we'll probably put on. Let's look into new boat hulls, shall we? I said that really weird, apologies. So we can't research really anything but destroyers and cruisers for now. Shall we bum rush straight to cruisers, or should we stick with destroyers? Cruisers are stronger, they have a higher weight limit, they're larger. More brawl steam turbines. They have more space on the boat itself, but they're generally slower and less maneuverable, so a worse turn radius, you know, stuff like that. I'm gonna leave it up to the chat. Shall we stick with destroyers for now, or shall we go down cruisers? Eventually we're gonna go down pretty much all of these. Bum rush to battleships. That's carriers down there. Battleships over there. Yeah, there's battleship. So we need cruisers for battleships. So what type of cruiser should we take? Japanese, US, UK, or German? The heaviest and strongest is the Japanese. There's some way to... details, that's what I wanted. So you can see the basic shape of the boat as well. That one can use a single aircraft. That one's got a... This UK boat's got a weird split level going on there. I don't like that one. US one is made entirely of steel or something there? Iron? I don't know what's going on. And then the Japanese one, which actually looks kind of cool. And these appear to all have slingshots at the back. Whatever those are, powered launch for aircraft. Yeah, they all have a powered launch on the back, so they can all use a single aircraft, which I have none researched, so it's kind of null and void. I would probably go with Japanese. What does the chat say? The chat says nothing about which one I should take. Except for bum rush battleships. Go Jap? Probably shouldn't say Japs, as that offends people for whatever reason. So we got 2 for Japanese. So it'll probably end up being Japanese. Easy to use, mid-sized, multi-purpose ship. Can execute anti-ship, anti-service, anti-air, and anti-sub attacks. There you go. So that'll be the one. It's going to take 4 turns for that to complete, unless I force it, which will cost most of my money. So 4 turns for our next boat. And we're going to need engine systems for that. So CA boiler. We don't need any purge. We could get steam turbines, but they're so much less efficient. Like, they start at 25 efficiency, these start at 50. They're so much worse. You don't have to worry about purging them as much, I don't think, is the trade-off for that. Let's look at aircraft here. Let's see, we should probably get scout aircraft since we can only launch, never mind. I need launchers. Structures, I think. The boat comes with a launcher, don't give me this crap. Alright, we're probably going to want scout aircraft since we can only use 1, that's probably going to be the most useful thing we can get. And this game has a lot of aircraft. Like, a lot of aircraft. You want a Corsair? There's a Corsair. You want a Hellcat? There's a Hellcat. Lightning, Wildcat, Sea Hurricane, Fireflies. If you want a plane, this game's got it. It's probably got every type of plane, including experimental ones that never existed. And they're all modeled, because that's not ridiculous at all. Let's get a... I want one that can do heavy weather and night missions. Which I don't think any of these can do. Who designed these planes? You can launch any aircraft type that can launch off of a launcher, slingshot, whatever you want to call them, powered launch. But because we only have 1, the most use we're going to get out of it is probably a scout. And it looks like the best one we can get is a Seahawk, which cannot do heavy weather. You know what, actually, hold on. Let's see here. What are cruisers? Cruisers are CA, okay. I keep thinking CA is carrier for whatever reason, because I'm a Durfus. Durfus ho! Yeah, 20mm machine gun. This thing's not very good offensively. It does have depth charges, though. Yeah, we'll take this one. They're super cheap, so... I mean, you can get a ton of different planes. Why is this one so expensive? 400, 230... I don't know why that one's so expensive. I mean, we could research other stuff like fighters. All of these early fighters are silly looking, but... You know, we could get a Wasp, because why not? CV is carrier for whatever reason. I thought CA is carrier. Hi, Kasha. Apparently. Plus, you know, there's other stuff that you can get that's just silly, like duck fighters, because that's silly. More ammo? Does it have more ammo? I'm curious now. 4 depth charge, 60. It does have more ammo, yeah. Less depth charges, better depth charges though, and much more 20mm ammo. But it can't do night missions. I was also looking at the wrong one. It's only slightly more ammo, but it does have more ammo. Anyway, let's end that. So 4 missions. I'm going to speed up the research of that cruiser, but 4 missions for the cruiser. So probably 2, and then I'll speed it up, and then we could start using that as aircraft. Do I need to design this? I don't think I do. No, I think we could just go straight to battle. There was light and heavy cruisers? Heavy was CA? Maybe that's what this game is using, because it uses CA to denote cruiser, so maybe it's just using a blanket denotation of cruiser to simplify things. We only have an advantage if we hit them first. Yes, that is why I'm mashing the upper button to go.
All hands alert. Full speed
Whee!
ahead.
So we only have to sink 3 cruisers. And you can see there's something in the center there. 2 little enemy dots in the center behind this forward group, which might be carriers, I can't remember though. But anyway, it's nighttime. Whee! I know they're directly in front of me. Yeah, there they are. I told you this game has a massive view distance. Oh, and there are planes. How do you people have such range, man? What kind of caliber guns are you all using? So DD, CA... Yeah, these are super basic destroyers, so...
Enemy ship sunk.
Your face is sunk.
Enemy ship sunk.
In fact, I can kill these with a single volley, it looks
Enemy
like.
ship
Yeah.
sunk. Enemy ship sunk.
So what is behind them? Carriers. There are 2 carriers over here. Fan-freaking-tastic. I love carriers because they spawn a million planes that bother me to no end. Go away. Don't do your bollocks maneuvering on me, sir. Where is the carrier? I don't even know where the carrier is. Apparently I've spotted it. That dropped something. Funds. I want that. That day-night transition. Yeah, it's a bit futuristic. I mean, the technology for these day-night cycles, pretty advanced. Come on, machine guns, you got it. Eventually. For the love of God, thank you. Someone hit the thing. Oh, is that the carrier? It is. Hello. CV Hermes. How's it going, buddy? Once I get close to you, you really can't do anything, can you, Mr. Carrier? Although you have a cruiser with you, but whatever. You have to research day-night cycles.
Enemy reinforcements spotted. Secondary objective added.
And now there's a battleship on the map. Of course there is. Of course there is.
Enemy ship sunk. Enemy ship sunk.
That shot.
Enemy ship sunk.
I don't like shooting things without zooming in. Apparently we neutralized it. Hooray! Because it's so hard to aim, and I don't want to withdraw because there's still a battleship over here somewhere. There's also a plane. Hello. What you doing there, buddy? Landing in the water because you don't have a carrier anymore. Use my superior maneuver. There's still a detachment over here. Apparently I have disabled them without disabling them. And the battleship is shooting at me, isn't it? Where is the battleship at? There it is. Hello. You're a large boat there, aren't you, buddy? Torpedo bomber. There are torpedo bombers, but not that kind of torpedo bomber. It'd be kind of inefficient to just suicide your planes in the mission, considering that is most of the carrier's offensive ability for quite a while, actually.
Enemy ship sunk. Enemy ship sunk.
Enemy face sunk. Let's go kill ourselves a battleship, shall we? It's a severely gimped battleship because you're facing it as a destroyer by this part of the game, but it's a battleship nonetheless. Also, boats do sink. They have relatively proper sinking animations. You, sir. You have very large guns on you. I hope you know that. As he has a lot of guns on him. Luckily, I shoot better than him, so... GG, AI. GG.
Light damage.
Except he just did
Enemy
a
battleship
lot of damage to me when he hit
Secondary
me.
objective complete.
I win. And now we can watch him slowly sink.
Reverse engine.
Look at him go. And then he just drops and fades away. I win. And that's all of the
Mission
objectives.
complete. Now,
So
let's
we
leave
can
the
continue.
area.
Why is Japan fighting Germany? Because, things. Stuff happened, and then things, and wall of text. Uh-oh, a mysterious giant high-speed ship tank giant man boss thing. Some of those words may or may not have actually been in there. This ship is powered by the might of jets of water, and that's how it stops so quickly. I literally do have a backwards thruster. Look at that, 100%. And look at the funds on that. Ooh boy, I'm rich. And I got gas turbines. I'm mostly concerned about the funds. Spoilers game. Did you have to spoil everything in one picture? Jeez. Way to go. Trying to hide all the boss designs and then you just put them all in one picture in the background. That's not all the bosses, but whatever. Is there a giant submarine in this game? Yes. Jet ski, what? Not that kind of water jet, but whatever. An iron bod. Indeed, whatever. That is in fact a flying plane thing of doom. It also has cannons on top, which doesn't make any sense because it flies, but whatever. I don't think it ever actually even uses those cannons during the boss fight. I'm not sure why they're there. Because the whole boss fight, it's flying. So I don't think it ever shoots those top cannons at you. I don't know what those top cannons would be for. Or why you'd want cannons on the top of your plane. Seems like unnecessary weight, quite frankly. Who is the demon that has sided with the Empire? I told you who the demon was. Didn't you see his face? Jeez, keep up. Is there any way that all of us, at all, for us to resist this power? Yes, it's called me, because I shoot like 1 billion rounds a minute. I have like super professionally trained like gunsmen reloading the guns. It's great. Let's put cannons on top of this flying boss tank ship submarine. Indeed. We have almost 12,000 funds too, so that's always good. Half of that will, or some of that will be going to... Actually, I could fully speed up the cruiser research. The better you do on missions, the better your research does, and thus the better you do on future missions. So, it's in your best interest to do as much as you can on each of these missions. Failure condition. Player is sunk. Well, I'm screwed. A giant bomber and a giant ship. That is only but 2 of the boss fights. 80 knots! That's impossible. I have several ships that go above 100 game. On your second playthrough, or even third playthrough or whatever, it's not that hard to get ships to go above 60 knots. And eventually it's not that hard to get them to go 100 knots, which is just insane. But hey, that additional speed is really useful. See you, Spartan. Our ship's orders are to do absolutely nothing. And we have an ally friend. He's more or less useless, but hey. Don't be too hard on me. Well, screwed that up already. Don't be too hard. He's more or less useless. Yeah, submarines, whatever. Herp derp. We are currently prepared for anti-submarine warfare. Thank you. Researched a bunch of crap. And the carrier boiler, and the Catalina, and the Kingfisher, which I didn't care about. Don't get too hard on me. What? Let's look at more research, specifically the holes, because I want to see how much it costs to speed this up. Not much, a little under 1,000, so we'll do that. In fact, we can go all the way down to Carrier 3. Which, they're not going to look that different because it's not a carrier cruiser. They're not going to look that different because it's a freaking cruiser, but, you know. And I think Carrier 4 goes to... Cruiser 4 goes to Carrier. Eventually I'll figure it out. Which are, as you expect, freaking massive. So that's a thing. I don't think I'm going to do that, though, because it's not very good use of our research time here. I want to look at getting better boilers. These things are so expensive. And it's our best means of propulsion for a while now. So 2200 output. That is quite the increase, actually. Yeah, let's do that. It's going to cost all of my money, but whatever. And now I'm basically broke again. Yay! Can you turn a carrier into a ship with 1.5 billion guns on it? Yes. It's usually how I use carriers. We should probably get better structures as well. Like, we don't have any sort of command ability right now, so let's spend all of our money doing that. We literally have no bridges. Hooray! Wait, what? Let's go build ourselves a cruiser. Almost said carrier again. Can they be the best because of that? No. I still think battleships are a better design if you're going for guns. I think battle carriers are probably the worst. Design. I don't want to upgrade it. How do I change the... Oh wait, I need to make a new... I need to make a new boat! Design. New vessel. Why? Why what? Why are battleships better? Because you can fit more guns on them? If you're going for guns, get a battleship. You can just straight up fit more guns on it because they have a much higher weight limit. We're going cruiser. Japan Cruiser 1. There she be. Stack a bunch of engines on it. I may as well just do combined. It's easier to fit it that way. So we want 4 boilers, or actually 2 boilers, I think. And then 4... What? No, I know there's no bridge, I just wanted to end it. Shut up. Why are battle carriers bad? Because you can only use half of the boat as a battleship. So you can't really fit guns on the back end of it. So you can't broadside stuff. So it's not really that useful. And I never gave myself propulsion for a carrier or a cruiser, which means I probably can't build a cruiser, because I probably can't afford to get freaking propulsion. I have no propulsion for cruisers. Well... I guess we'll be waiting on that, apparently, because I can't actually propel my cruiser anywhere. It would be kind of hard to get it to move without an engine. I guess we can look at upgrading this. Since at least it has propulsion, maybe I can upgrade the engine on it. Do I have anything better? I don't think I do.